What's going on, everybody? So in today's video, I wanted to talk to you guys about a fragrance that I ended up picking up from Duo Fragrances. This particular fragrance is Pineapple Express Poseidon's Private Reserve. One thing I will say is I absolutely love the graphics that they put into these just amazing artwork, and it's really cool to have, in the collection. I've heard a lot about Duo and that their strength and their performance on their fragrances are usually really good and really high quality. So I wanted to check them out. I picked this up on their website. This was around $60 or $65 for a 30 ml. It is a bit pricey. They do have an extremely large collection, extremely large hybrid collection, and they're constantly adding new fragrances. So it's definitely worth taking at least a look at. Spray some of this on. That's strong. Let's take a look at the notes. So the notes with this fragrance is bergamot, cannabis, vetiver, lemon, blackcurrant, apple, pineapple, juniper berries, pink berries, yuzu, pine, thyme, birch, patchouli, jasmine, tobacco and rose, musk, oak moss, basil, ambergris, and Madagascar vanilla. Now, what I will say is they've added a few things to the AVENTUS DNA on this fragrance. They have a description on their website. I actually want to read it a little bit. So they said, although April 20th was a few weeks ago, it's never too late to indulge in our addictive fragrance pleasures. Pineapple Express, which is an original creation of ours, was a hit when we launched it. Since then, we've received a number of requests to include that DNA to a hybrid. Our original containing pineapple only made sense that we combine it with our inspired expression of Creed AVENTUS for the ultimate hybrid. The cannabis accord from the Pineapple Express has been extracted and combined with the aroma of AVENTUS to create a fragrance where fruity meets herbal. Tones of thyme, basil combined with the smoke and fruitiness of AVENTUS, a blend of notes that work perfectly together in harmony. Vetiver contributes to the earthy aroma, while the vanilla never fails to enamor us with its charm. Pineapple Express Poseidon's Private Reserve is a strain for true connoisseurs. Now, it is a very different, take with the added notes. With the yuzu is a very harsh citrus. That alone has almost like a pine-like vibe, depending on how it's done and how it's blended. Then they also added pine as well. So you're going to get a really strong herbal sort of punch from those two. You're going to add in that basil, that thyme. Those are going to contribute to that as well. They also added notes of tobacco, rose. They switched the type of vanilla that AVENTUS normally has to Madagascar vanilla as well. They went with blackcurrant leaves, and they also added the cannabis note. It is very different. The pink berries is a different addition as well. It's very different. It's a deeper, darker, sensual, but it's a little bit brighter with the herbal, like the high-pitched herbal notes that it has. But it still manages to stay sort of dark, still has that tanginess from that pineapple, but the pineapple isn't something that is going to be the star of the show. There's really no star of the show. You get like this dirty, sensual, herbal, dark green, musky, slightly tart, slightly sweet, smoky and woody, just tobacco. You get all those things all at once, and it's just this bomb. It creates this really like this sort of a bomb of a fragrance, and nothing really has a chance to shine on its own. Everything sort of comes together and just create this really huge scent bomb. It's pleasant. I like it, and I've gotten complimented on it a few times. But this stuff is potent, it's strong. What you're gonna get the most of, like I said, it is a scent bomb, but what you're gonna get the most of is the tobacco and the cannabis, and then everything else, the pineapple, the apple, the blackcurrant, the lemon, the bergamot, the juniper berries. All those things are going to sort of come behind that. That tobacco is going to be front and center. I'm going to spray this again to see if I can catch the very first part of that opening and see, what do I catch? Do I get that tobacco and cannabis in the immediate opening? And what you're gonna get in that immediate opening, what hits me first is the blackcurrant, the herbal notes. So not necessarily the cannabis, but like the basil hits me first. The thyme, a little bit of the vetiver, a little bit of the tobacco, but mainly like those green herbs. There's sort of like that pepperiness from that. Those hit me first. You get some musk, you get some of that black currant along with that right in that opening. All those tart citruses and everything like that, those seem to come in like a little more in the background a little bit later. And then there's a part where everything just kind of comes together in unison and just creates this huge scent bomb. The stuff is really good. It's pricey though. To me, 65, close to $70 after tax and shipping and all those things for a 30 ml, that is pricey. And I think what keeps them going is the fact that they have such a large selection. You know that the stuff is going to perform. You know that they're not afraid to try different hybrids and try out different things. They do a pretty good job. They do a pretty good job on the graphics and just creating something that is super unique and easy to identify. Whenever I see that Poseidon statue, I know that we're talking AVENTUS. And then them adding that splash of that pineapple graphic in the background, it gives you a good idea of what you're in for. And with most fragrances, sometimes you just simply don't know what you're in for until you actually put the fragrance on. They managed to do a good job with some of their fragrances and the graphics with giving you an idea of what you may be in for by the title and by the graphic, which I think is really cool. I like that. And it gives you a chance to have fun with the fragrance. I think sometimes with some of the price points with some of these full bottle fragrances, you really don't care to try to like have fun. You really want to dive in and indulge in that fragrance and really enjoy that fragrance for its full value, because the value was a great value. You probably paid maybe 3, 4, I've seen upwards 5, 6, even more for some fragrances. And when you're paying those price points, you're not going to want to layer, you're not going to want to combine, none of that. All you're going to do is spray that fragrance and enjoy it for what it is, and that's it. And so with a company like Dua, it strips that fear away. You're able to get that fragrance and is able to smell just like it, is able to perform better than the original sometimes, and then they'll combine it with different fun things that you may not have had the audacity to try with your own fragrances because of the extremely high price point that you paid and just the fear of wasting that product on trying to experiment with different layering. So Dua takes that fear away because they'll experiment for you and create something super unique, and then add different performance enhancing things such as embroxing crystals, ISO super, and things like that to sort of enhance the fragrance, increase the projection, increase the sillage and longevity of the fragrance. I like that. That's smart marketing, and it's a reason that they've been doing so well. They do offer other sizes. They do offer larger sizes, but the price can get a little up there. I think I've seen some of the larger ones in the one something price range, and it can get a little up there. I'll just stick to these and catch them whenever they have some decent sales or promotions going. I've picked up maybe like 3 at a time, 3 or 4 at a time, and take advantage of a nice sale or promotion that they had, and and give me some new fragrances to enjoy. This one is super unique. Like I said, it's very deep, it's dark, sensual, but it's super green. It has like this little bit of a dank to it. The tobacco adds a little bit of spice. The rose adds like a nice deep musky floral component. The yuzu comes in as a citrus, and it is extremely harsh, and it pairs well with the lemon, pairs well with the bergamot, the apple, and that pineapple to add to that overall tart and sort of tangy behavior. You get some musk in there as well as some musk from that black currant as well. You're getting some smoke from that birch. You're getting a little bit of a smooth creaminess from that Madagascar vanilla. It's just so many things working for this fragrance all at once to create this very unison sort of scent bomb that garners compliments pretty well. I'm very well impressed by this. I love the layout. I love the audacity to try to add a cannabis note to an Aventus fragrance and just be a little edgier like that. With the price point of Aventus, no one's daring trying to layer it on their own. You know, that's just something that'll never happen. So with a company like this, it allows you to take those boundaries and those limitations off and try some different things. I will drop the link in the description where you guys can check this out for yourself. And again, this is Pineapple Express, Poseidon's Private Reserve. I actually have put a decent dent in this already. I've worn this quite a bit. It's really good stuff, especially for the fall. I feel like this will be a little bit much for the summer and the spring or anything like that. I feel like this is has a decent amount of citrus notes in it, but I feel like it's deep, sensual, and dark and heavy enough to operate efficiently in the fall and in the winter. Once again, I'll drop the link in the description where you can check this fragrance out for yourself and check out their selection, man. They have a huge selection, almost endless, and they're always updating it, always adding new things. I love how on Instagram now, whenever they post pictures, they're including descriptions of the fragrance and including the notes, classification, and giving you a good idea of what to expect. Because the stuff all the stuff that they release just be looking good. It just sounds interesting and it's very alluring to try them out. That is it for this video, you guys. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.